elder stage. Either way, acknowledge that this is the end of an era. With this moon wobbling at 10 degrees of a cardinal sign with this cardinal square, what are you going to start? Where are you going to go? Because the summer solstice is also the sun's birthday. So the youngest you will be and the oldest you will be. And with this sudden realization in the back of your mind, being in its fall, like, what are we doing? I really don't feel too much like talking this upcoming season, as it is a season to dive into your feelings. But for you, my Cancerian friend, I will be dissecting all these five hard aspects with these Patrice O'Neal analogies. And just know that if the moon can wobble, I can wobble, and you most definitely can wobble. And we're allowed to. It's okay. It will be over soon. Either way, let's dive into the first major aspect, which is the full moon in Capricorn occurring on 1 degrees, but predominantly in the seventh house of partners and relationships. Note that relationships to me are also the business relationships, social relationships, emotional, spiritual, all the relationships, and the romantic ones, of course. So full moon in Capricorn, 1 degrees, and I'm going to use the king makes the queen analogy. As when a king marries a random peasant, he makes her a queen. But when a queen marries a random peasant, that man will never be a king. So Patrice really scratches my Gemini in Mars, and I would love to debate him, but I have to debate myself. As why would, well, he said, why would a king choose you as a peasant to be a part of his kingdom? What do you have to bring to the table? Because he already has the assets, he already has the value, he already has the name. But what do you bring? And a lot of people, I was watching Pop the Balloon the other time, and she was like, why would I be your piece if you can have need to have your own piece? Are you only there to take his piece, or are you there to add it to expand it? Think about it. And let's just think the other way around. When the queen chooses a random peasant, why would she choose a random peasant though? Because she already has the asset, she already has the name, she already has the. But what do you bring to the table? It's that nurture, it's that providing. What do you provide? It's more than just the tangible. Think about it. And let's just go on to the last quarter in your 10th house of legacy, reputation, what you leave behind, and how you will be remembered. Remembered for those actions you take with the last quarter in your 10th house on 1 degrees. Home wobble. But I'm going to take the analogy of loud because of backup. Because Patrice's girlfriend was being loud and big to someone who was bigger than her, and he thought like, okay, let me just back up. She was like, oh my God, no, why did you go away? You know what could have happened? He was like, what could have happened? Because you got yourself in hot soup. Why do you think I'm going to take you out of it? If you have the actions, you better back yourself up. Don't bring yourself into trouble you cannot take yourself out of. And if we turn it around again, the other day I was watching this scammers online on Muscat, and this scammer, he brought the No Balance shoes and the Dolce and Gabbana and the Louis Vuitton, and went on dating sites one looking for a date and trying to be pompous, like I got this, I got that, I got whatever. So one of those dates lured him to the police, and the police caught him, and he was like, why do you think she would take you out of the hot mess you got yourself into? Don't bring yourself into trouble you cannot take yourself out to, and do not expect someone else to do it for you. Rely on yourself, because at the end of the day, you and your feelings, it's all you have. Let's go on to the new moon in Cancer. All these cardinal squares start something, do something, initiate by being a better person, maybe. Anyway, new moon, first house on 14 degrees. 14 degrees is the Taurus degree. New moon, new me. Analogy, ask a woman what she has to offer. I love this one because he goes on stage, he is on the radio, he's talking one on one to a woman, and he's asking, Okay, you get into a car accident and the downstairs isn't working anymore, and your boyfriend, girlfriend, okay, let's just talk for two. What does a man have to offer? What does a woman have to offer? Devil's advocate over here. So the downstairs isn't working anymore, and boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever is staying for you like 2 months out of pity, you know. But at 2 months, it's like, what do you actually really have to offer? What can you really do? And the woman in the crowd answered like, I got this and I got that and I got this and I got so, and every time I'm so freaking disappointed because you went to school, right? What did that head do? Don't you have like intellectual capacity? Don't you have that nurturing capacity? You know, be my piece. Can you not be someone else's piece? What do you really bring to the table if every hole is out of the question? And also for the men, if everything is out of the question, because I just kind of like got out of an Instagram comment battle because someone made this rambling video about why would I provide a woman with a drink in a bar when the next man will do it for her? And I twisted it around because Mars and Gemini, and I asked, why would you provide generosity and protection for a woman when someone else can do it for her? And he was like, yeah, you're waffling, you're not right. And people calling me broke and homeless. And I'm like, whatever. Either way, why is it always that people think providing and protecting is something tangible? Like, I got my own house. What house do you think you gotta bring? Just be a figure. Just be someone who can straal it uit. Just be someone who can straal het uit, or be someone who can wakker het aan, who can ignite that feeling of security in someone. But those things aren't tangible. It's all about the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, those bonds, again, those emotional bonds. And that has nothing to do with a water bottle you could buy for me or not buy for me because I already got it, love. What can you do? What do you bring to the table? How do you nurture? New moon ruled by the moon in Cancer on 14 degrees. 14 degrees, Taurus degree. What do you have? Off to the first quarter in Libra, which will be ruled by Venus in Cancer. So, investing, how do you feel about your investments? In the fourth house of the comfort zone. And this first quarter will be occurring from 16 degrees in Libra. Yeah, 16 degrees in Libra to 28 degrees in Libra, like the real moon. Wow. And yeah, if you're quick, you also noted that 16 degrees Cancerian degree, 28 degree, also the Cancerian degree. You know, right? Either way. Shark and penguin. Okay, and this one is really double because let's say he says he said the shark. You have a shark woman, you have a shark man, and at some point the shark woman gets sick of the shark man bossing her around doing what he does in nature and in nurture, but she gets sick of it. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna look for something somewhere else where I can be the woman, I can be the alpha. And she looks for a penguin. And the penguin is like, yes, queen, slay, queen, you got this. Don't try and do this. She is a strong, independent black woman, whatever. So the shark woman feels pompous, right? Feels pompous. And then she goes on in her life feeling pompous and big by all that ignition that the penguin did and goes back to the shark just to be humbled again because you're a shark. Only a penguin would be like, oh, be with your own, thrive with your own, surround yourself with your own. And the same goes for the shark man. Because when the shark man feels like, oh, this woman, she wants me to eat less meat and less salt, and she's always trying to change me, blah, 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 blah. And you go to the penguin. The man goes to the penguin, telling you, "Oh, you got this. Oh, you're so good. Oh, thank you for protecting me and punching a hole in the wall. Or here you go. Here's another piece of bacon." Like, and that's that Lilith in Libra again. Those suppressed or repressed relationships we have. So you, even though as a shark, you know you got it the best with another shark, you would still go to a penguin to stroke your ego. What kind of crazy nonsense is that? Stop that. Stop that. Don't stroke your ego, stroke wherever you need to go. And sometimes you need to learn, and lessons keep coming back with Saturn moving retrograde in order to learn. But sometimes you are the one that needs to adjust. You don't necessarily need to change, but adjust a little bit. And if that shark isn't for you, just go to another shark, but never reduce yourself to a penguin. Let's go on to the yeah, because that Cancerian was a real penguin, bro. Either way, let's go on to the full moon in Capricorn, the second one on 29 degrees, the anaretic degree. Calm down, because like every sign has an anaretic degree, but it's always like, oh, the critical degree. Oh my God, the crisis may occur. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's just like the degree of completion, the Leo degree of completion. And the Leo is very expressive. How are you going to express all these things you have learned in that sign and go on to the new one? Because it's the cusp degree. We go from the one to the other. We have evolved. And like I said in the houses video, when you're in the eighth house of transforming and healing and evolving from all those trauma, all that hurt, eventually you want someone that's okay downstairs below, like no car accident, we give you 2 pity months. You want someone that's fair, that's a good person, and we'd like you to have your life in order. But sometimes we don't really have our lives in order. That's something we do in the eighth house after we have intertwined with someone. But let's go on to that full moon in Capricorn, which will be happening on the cusp of the seventh to the eighth house. In the seventh house of partners and relationships, at the first degree, we start. It's new, it's exciting, it's whatever. But at the end of it, you want someone that's complete, that you feel whole with, and that you can transform and heal with, so you can explore even further. So with that full moon on that cusp, in a conjunction with Pluto in retrograde, the planet of how you heal, how you transform, and alchemizing all that energy. What are you doing? What are you achieving? Where are you going? Okay, wait. Pisces for you is ah Pisces for you is in the ninth house of that expansion, of that exploration, and in Pisces is Saturn moving retrograde then and ruling that full moon on the cusp of that seventh and eighth house. Transform, heal, make the right choices, make the right adaptations and stuff, because in marriage, when you marry with someone, when you sign those contracts with someone, like, okay, we are now really business partners, we are really going into it, do you want them to be an asset or a liability? Why would you connive, if you're a shark, why would you mend with a penguin? And even though you found a shark, when you deal in apples, why would you find another shark that deals in pears? So you can fix the apples, fix the pears, and then we're going into this, like, do you know how to add these pears? No! And everyone is always like, oh yeah, 50-50 relationship, 33-33. I don't care. 100% for you is 100% for you. If your max is at 33%, your max is at 33%. But if one has 33 apples and the other has 33 pears, and one is lacking 3 apples, can the pears add to the apples? Gemini rising.